Do you want to hear about the struggles, or should I just, I don't know.
What's can you give an example of the way your father's being held back by something?
Yes. My father and mother, my own, who made me, they're divorced. This happened about 4 years ago. Now, there are different ways of seeing this divorce. Let's just say it like this. Trying to get this into words. My mother and father were in love. They married, but from then on, it was already apparent that they didn't really fit together. In the sense, they just had completely different mentalities. And the only way, in my opinion, a relationship works is if either both the people accept each other and they grow together, or they don't accept each other and they grow apart. So in their case, they didn't really accept each other, but they stayed together. That just doesn't work. That is a constant clash. And that's what happened. It was a consistent clash over the next 25 years of marriage, which is a long time. I was made, my brother was made, and there were many arguments, many fights. Those can go into different intensities of knives being thrown around, or fridges being tossed over, or hospital. And yes, this happens to many people, so it's not something I want to, oh, poor me. No, this happens to so many. But you see, I didn't hold on to that. I saw it, I suffered in it, of course. It's not nice to see your parents fighting, or your mother being injured, your father crying. It's not nice. But I said, okay, this is here for a reason. And I was 11 or 12 there, so, you know, I wasn't that wise either. But just the fact I knew, okay, I trust something better is going to happen, and we're just going to make the best of the situation. And what happened then was my mother and father weren't really in love. My mother had a boyfriend, which she saw as being okay because they weren't even sleeping in the same bed anymore. And my father found out and thought that was cheating, which in one way I also understand. You should get divorced before you have another boyfriend, guys. Remember that. So that was a big, big moment in a negative way. And that led on to my dad still holding on to it after 4 or 5 years and still saying at times, I hate your mother and other negative things because she cheated on me. If he would simply let go of his resentment and this feeling of being cheated and just say, you know what, we weren't in a really happy relationship either, and what she did was completely understandable. She didn't do it right, but that's her problem, makes her a worse person, not me. And I should just let it go and keep on moving, because the only thing he's doing is he's holding himself back from opening up to a new, beautiful relationship. Then I think he'd be much happier. And this has happened in his next relationship he had, where he had another child. You see, and I love my dad's example, because I can look at his life and I really clearly see all the parts where it comes back, you know? He was always the one who worked, and my mother was 11 years a mother, a real housewife, and that was amazing for me. Now, in that time, I don't think he ever really appreciated the fact that being a mother is maybe the most important job in the world. And it's the best paid one, paid with love. So being a mother is the ultimate job of sacrifice, of time, of energy. I think it is. He never really appreciated it. In the moments where they were fighting, he would be the one who said, hey, I bring the money into the house. Hey, you could not be doing what you're doing if it weren't for me. Which of course is the lowest thing you can say to a mother. And now, in the relationship he's been having since the last 4 years, after 2 months with this girlfriend, he had a baby. She was the one who was working, and he was the mother. I just said bye to him yesterday. He left to Jordan, back to Jordan where he lives. And again, the mother went off to Tarifa to work on a cruise ship, and he's the one who's also working but taking care of the girl, of my sister. So for me, that was so amazing to see how life, not really in a negative way, got back, but gave back what you were projecting. You always said being a mother's not a good job, and now look, you're the mother and you know exactly how it is, and you are really noticing what a sacrifice it is and how difficult it is. And it's made him a better person though. I love it. It's made him a better person. He's become more open, more positive, still resentful about the past relationships, but it's much better because he's starting to being put into the shoes of someone else. That was a really long story. I hope that was clear.